Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Let's dive right into it, shall we? So everybody's worried about Bitcoin. I guess worried is not the right word. But I guess what we should talk about is the monthly, the weekly, excuse me. Good PLX. Show me the weekly. All right. Can anybody remember the incredible signal we had? When was it? Well, I can actually tell you when it was. Late October. Late October, or mid-October, excuse me. We saw that we had a signal that was essentially unprecedented, where we had every single period. It's happened. Well, yeah, sure. Every single period was below 0.4. I suppose by what I mean it's happening is that prophecy is like itself. Right? This signal where we had everything, high potential energy, now it's all crossing up. That's true, bona fide, sustainable trend. Lo and behold, we have had nothing true bona fide sustainable trend from that candle. And let's be generous. Let's do the very top of it. It's 63%. It's good. That's good. That's the kind of move we would expect from this wave PM pros on such a macro level time frame. It's ridiculous. So the other thing I want to show you guys. Got pretty fast now, didn't it? Yeah, weekly closes gives the implication of just sustained move, but we have had some pretty interesting compression here, the daily, right? So we did double top here, which was interesting, and we saw a nice little bit of compression. But now, can we consider this a short squeeze? Yeah, I would say so. People would expect double top. Actually, there's a Bitcoin short long grade wheel. I don't remember the figure for it, but here we go. Nice. Here on the daily. Yeah. It's interesting. So actually, most of them seem to close out actually at the double top. So a lot of profit taking. Huh. Okay, never mind. No short squeeze. Unless we are looking at this logarithmically, let's try that. I don't think this is a significant enough move. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 30%. Interesting. But then it kind of makes me wonder, or the double top here, a lot of people are profit taking. And now I think people are just exiting towards. Okay, that's good news. Okay, let's take a look at the questions. Crypto totally sucks. Just looking really tech didn't change. 2017 crypto is unusable, and we have a new time high. That's mad. Cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love a little euphoria? Let's take a look at. Wow, I got you, eh? XMR. Wow, that trend really ended. Yo, do you see that? It's right here. I love that signal so much. It's a swing low compression area, which is a pretty rare signal where you have an upward expansion and then the downward move is explosive enough to actually reach the bottom of the compressionary range. It's a very consistent signal. Like it. But do I like it now? Well, we probably have a mean reversion here on the 4-hour chart. Take a look. We do. Mean is 7160 with support being defined at 6617. Okay. Slim ZRX. It'd be my pleasure, Stephen. Wow. This is okay, what I immediately see is bullishly tapered compression. A lot of coins right now in their active bearish MRs have been, seeing these significant downward swings. But this compressionary signal is actually being contained by its CLCP. So when you have neutral compression inside of a bearish condition, it's called bullish tapering because you have a bell curve of data, right? Except all your new data is being weighted to one side. It's like you have a bucket of water, and for some reason, all the water in the bucket falls onto one side because it's magic, and because of that, it's going to tip this way. At least that's the thought. Right? Still, it's inherently neutral compression, so it could go either way. But because it's not bearish, or because it's not acting bearishly, that means there are implications, either neutral to bullish, right? And we do have this defined support here, so pretty interesting. As far as the daily goes, yeah, still same story, neutral compressionary. I would like to take a look at how XLM behaved here. Okay, so here where we had our bullish move, we entered our compression, we saw compression downtrend because it immediately mean reverted. This is different. Interesting. ZRX. Step back on ZRX. Ooh. Okay, well, this compressionary range that's forming is due to a lack of data. So let's see if there's a. It's going to be newer. Your XGC. I think Poloniex is typically the longest exchange. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. Even though this is a volatility overhead here, I would still consider this pretty good support here on the daily chart. So if you're in the mood for a long-term hold with relatively low risk, it's actually very low risk. This is a pretty good position. You could buy right now, and it's possible we would just go sideways and then eventually go back up to our 9,000 mark. So 10x potential. A lot of potential here in this current compressionary range. Any other questions there, Stephen? Check out a bit. I guess I'll do a UBT while I'm at it. Unibright is currently sitting right on the mean of its mean reversion condition. So neutral to bullish. Because that is almost effectively tapered off. Okay, let's take a look at Beyond Meat. It's the daily. Neutral compressionary, no implied direction. Yeah. There is no implied direction at this time. It's heavily compressed. while still having volatility overhead. So I'm going to guess, even if it breaks out, it's probably going to fail and correcting. XRP, of course. Yeah, that's interesting. Surprised to see XRP going up in correlation with Bitcoin at this time. Bouncing off the mean. Yeah, look, we should be defining trend here on the 15 minutes. So currently active bullish trend. If someone wants to attempt an entry, you can see. 5 minutes going to have to do. And this is all bullish correlation. So this is pretty cool here. Quick lesson for you guys. So a lot of people will see this here and say, oh, this is a bearish mean inversion and it failed because it didn't touch the mean. No, not how mean inversions work. Mean inversions work like this. We take the longest overexpanded period, which in this scenario is 160, right? This is the highest period that is red, right there. And we say that we will trade laterally inside this big pink band for the duration that the 160 period is about 0.7, in other words, yellow. So right here, that is no longer true. Right? On this candle, this mean inversion condition tapers off. In other words, it goes below 0.7. On this candle, we should have been able to reverse the trend. And it looks like it actually did so 30 minutes early. So one thing I do like to mention is that you might have to change the definition because the frequency of which you see trend continuation on the period before, so in this case 140, it's very high. And that is the caveat that I do mention in like lesson 5 of my course. But sugar F. That is bizarre. That was 5 minutes. I have no idea. Daily is super compressed. So if this weights itself negatively, this could trend significantly. But I also think that a bunch of random alts are going to explode whenever they feel like it, just because of current market condition. Oh, Jesus. You guys are busy today. We got a FCEL. Wow. It's a pop. Support is currently sitting at $6, okay? And that is very well defined based on that current longest overexpanded period. EIX. No. Not a whole lot of usable data here. Technically, I have neutral compression, so I guess put a support at 1593. Wow. Let's check out. Oh. Yeah, I owe you a few charts, Gary. I know that. 1 hour. Negative correlation with Bitcoin. Kind of a surprise there. Daily chart. 4 hour. Yeah. We have active downtrend below support. So, not see it there. Check out ETH could need some time. I might agree with you. Is it ABC? I don't even remember, dude. It's been so long. That fork was ages ago. I don't remember. What's the Binance ticker for it? Hold on. Yeah, it's right here. I don't know what I'm doing. That was weird. Yeah, active downtrend below support. Same thing as owned. It is BCH. I must have mistyped it the first time. All right, let's check trading view questions. What's happening? Starting to Bitcoin? The upward pressure continue. I guess I didn't answer that quite. Morning, people. Been watching the GBPUSD. Any thoughts on that? I would love to check my man. Check it out. I'll do Bitcoin real quick and then do GBPUSD. Will this upward pressure continue? Holy. Yeah, I would say so, because we have every period below 0.7, and we have our wave PM cross above. That is a good, nice trend. Nice. Can we define trend in lower time frame? We can, but it's going to be super far away at this current juncture. Because it currently looks like we are at the 400 value for the logs, which currently is defining itself at 20,200. So really no good way to enter this at this current time. We're trending beyond the 3.2 standard deviation logs to the period. Doesn't look good to enter. Let's take a look at so the weekly. Boy, look at Brexit. Neutral noisy compression here on the weekly chart. Daily is man, we're just not generating any pivots. Another example of the technically completed mean reversion, where this is a long story expanded period. It tapers off on this candle, which means at this candle, mean reversion condition technically ends and trend resumption can begin. And behold, it does. Interesting. And so because there's no defined pivot anymore, but there was still expansion, it just defined all periods as yellow. And that this means noise. That's true noise. When every period is yellow, that's just, it's going to do this with very, very low predictability. 15-minute, however, looks like we are getting a positive break. Yeah, that is a positive cross. But we aren't defining a trend pivot around 5 minutes, so this was not violent enough to generate its own mean reversion. So I don't see how we can trade that. 4 hour. Yeah, that. Let's take a look at NDX. Sure. You make sure that's that. I guess it's okay. Pump and dump penny stock. I don't think this is a sustainable move just because this has already happened 4 times before and it's immediately just gone back down. So I would stay away. Thanks, Shark. Hey, it's my pleasure. It's always it's good to do this for you guys. Also, I'm Hal Charts says he is almost positive that the current version of the ACAT multi-charts on-chart trading, he's convinced that should be bug-free. And that means I'm going to do live trading with it. I'm going to do live trading on a test account for like 6 hours a day, and I'm going to play video games. Right? I got a widescreen. This side's going to be charts. This side is going to be Terraria. I love Terraria. Such a fun game. Probably do like Teamfight Tactics, Terraria, and live trading. S&P 500 futures, and see how it goes. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna be pretty excited for it. I might do it tomorrow. See how it goes. All right. Take shirt. Yep. Let me see. NXT. Do you see any correlation to Bitcoin? All right. Here's a fun fact. This bottom indicator is correlation coefficient. In other words, if it's positive, that means it's in correlation to Bitcoin. If it's negative, that means it's doing whatever the opposite of Bitcoin is doing. Right? It's just such a good indicator for telling what an altcoin does. Right? Like on the daily chart, all you had to do was go through all these charts, and anything that had negative correlation, you wouldn't trade. Like you don't want to trade that. This you would want to trade. This you would want to trade. Oh, that's because it's the USD pairing, so that doesn't count. This you would not want to trade. No. Because USD pairing. No. Like waves, for instance, it had positive correlation because Bitcoin was an uptrend, right? So this you would want to trade, right? Positive correlation, well, Bitcoin's an upward trend. So just correlation coefficient, put it on the 50 period, so there's less noise compared to Bitcoin. It's such a good indicator for altcoins. Cool, thanks. Thanks. You think I'm leaving? What's wrong with you? Hey, trying to sell my car. So I had to go get it detailed. But like my car insurance payment this year is like half the value of the car. And because I live downtown and I just walk everywhere, I really have no reason to have a car right now. It's ridiculous. Like, sure, I like to hike, but I have a friend who will drive me up to the mountains every Sunday, so it's worth it. All right, any final questions?